Alright, real quickly, before I officially kick off this video, I just want to point out something. The little bit of cloth on my shirt that is at the base of my leg right now is not swifting and moving in the breeze. It is actively expanding and contracting along with my character's breathing. These clothes are actually a part of me. Like, to the point where apparently they even breathe alongside me. So that's interesting. Regardless, hello everybody! Giant here with another episode of Dark Souls 2. Last time we cleared out Hade's Tower of Flame and found this unseen path to Hade. And we also are now terribly far beneath the sea level, but also at sea level. Also just wanted to demonstrate there that I've currently got my brightness set to max, so yeah, this area is really, really dark, suffice it to say, and even darker after freaking... I mean, it's not that dark in-game, but, you know, after YouTube's compressioning, it will be really dark, so I'll definitely have to do some things there, including max out my own in-game brightness, which I already did. But regardless, we're gonna go to Majula and spend these 38,000 souls, because otherwise they're just being worthless. Also, apparently I forgot my Estus Flash Shard. You know, this happens more often than it really should. I end up having like 1 or 2 spare Estus Flash Shards on me that I just never ever use. Just wanted to make sure that I had actually already used them all up here. And let's level up some stats. Oh, in terms of what I want to level up here, definitely want to try and get a wee bit more agility. I'm generally feel safe around 98 to 100 because I'm bad at rolling. So we're going to crank up some attunement because that does, in addition to giving us more slots to cast more spells, which we will be getting this episode finally, it does technically increase agility, although I didn't notice it there, so that's why I'm dumping some more points into adaptability right there. Or not. I actually feel like it... Okay, is it obvious yet? This is post-commentary because my mic was muted when I recorded this and the next video. I apologize. Either way, I got some stats around the way I want them, and we got more intelligence, got more attunement slots, which again, we will be getting more spells near the end of this episode, thankfully. And I believe it's time we get back to the unseen. Also, burn the sublime bone dust. Almost forgot about that. Yes, you can burn 3 items in this game. Burn bonfire aesthetics, which we already talked about. Human effigies. If you burn them, it lowers your priority in the online pool. So basically, if you're having a hard time with invaders, which you won't be, I guarantee it, you can burn the human effigy, and your priority in the online PvP pool lowers. Unfortunately, I believe it also lowers in the co-op pool, so do be careful about that. Either way, let's burn that sublime bone dust to strengthen our Estus Flask, turn into a +1, so it will heal us for even more health than before. And let's get back to the unseen path to Hade. For real this time. Come on, there we go. Alright, but either way, we're going to be heading into No Man's Wharf, which is a pirate zone. It's a zone that a lot of people have a hard time with. Let's turn on the lights quickly. There we go. Now you can see what's going on. But yes, this is a pirate sector with flaming arrows that cannot actually hit me because I'm just a wee bit too high. That poor guy just can't aim the bow just a little bit higher. Hello, Bloodstain. Whoa. I thought it was like Gygas or something. What are you doing in this game? Anyways, first things first. First order of business, we gotta kill this undead infantryman. I don't know why there are infantrymen in No Man's Wharf, but there are, so whatever. They're mindless grunts, and don't worry, there's like friggin' 7 of them in here. Actually, I wonder how correct that is. Okay, so that makes 3 of them right now. That'll be 4, 5, 6. Damn it, there's only 6. Oh, I was so close. Wait, no. Yeah, there's only 6. Oh. Welp. That's unfortunate. Either way, let's get that repair powder out so I don't accidentally use that. Those are very, very precious at this point in the game. So, definitely don't want to accidentally be popping one of those. And, yeah. Unfortunately, you don't get an unlimited supply of repair powders in a game where durability is such a problem until about halfway through the game. So, that was very questionable game design right there, but what the hell ever. Everyone knows I hate durability. And so many people are just like, it's okay, it's Dark Souls, they don't load, this durability system's acceptable. No, it's not, this durability system is terrible. Okay, anyways, enough bitching. I told you, I'm gonna keep talking about this through the entire LP. Anyways, there's fire arrows, and you might have noticed he was throwing some not so fiery fire bombs at me. We'll talk about those when we get to them, and hopefully here, regardless. Speaking of here, it's an ambush! There's one that rains down from above. There's 2 hollow infantrymen on the around these people. I'm actually trying to catch these oil barrels right here, by the way. Hey, I did it! Yay! I'm all gunked up. So as you can see, they don't deal much damage, but that damage is not the main thing to worry about here. Either way, ambush is taken care of, easy as pie, and I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and light my torch here. It is a little bit dark, so I guess. Ah! Ow. Yeah, that's what the oil. Those are oil barrels, as you no doubt heard me call them. So if you get hit by a fire arrow, or if you try and light your torch, you will immediately combust, and it will deal a pretty significant chunk of your health. Those guys over there are, I don't know what they're called. I used to call them dark lurkers. But for those of you who have already played the game or already seen an LP of this game, yeah, you understand the slight irony with that and why I don't call them that anymore. Anyways, at this point, we're just going to call them spider monkeys because they look like spider monkeys, I guess. They look like the monkey from My Gym Partner's a Monkey, so that's what I'm going to call them, dang it. Either way, there's an item up there, but we actually won't be getting that. I just realized I forgot to grab the item. Whatever, I think it's just a consumable soul. It's nothing important. So don't worry about it. Either way, I'll show you where to get that when we get there. And over here, we have Dual Scimitar Man. Again. Yeah, again, lots of pirates. I really like their helm, and a lot of people like their helmet, because it's a cool helmet. Either way, definitely want to break those down. We get a Ring of Life Protection, which is pretty bloody important. And if we take a look at the Ring of Life Protection, no, let's look at the rings, not the items you clawed. Oh, excuse me. We see a divine ring that watches over one's life, created by the students of Ivory Roan, Sage of Lindelt. Its great protective power will protect you from any loss upon death. After its power is spent, the ring will break. So again, any loss, you will not hollow if you die, and you will not lose your souls if you die. And you can bonfire ascetic this area to get a seemingly unlimited number of life protection rings. Just be sure you're ready to deal with the consequences if you do want to farm those rings. Otherwise, again, this is an area that a lot of people are going to have trouble with their first time, but that is a really awesome ring that, did I actually equip it? I'm not sure. It would be kind of silly if I didn't, because, you know, I'm wearing one of those rings that increases health by a minimal amount, so I certainly hope I equipped it, because I'm not getting much out of that ring. Either way, over here we get the Varangian swords. I understand it's actually not that bad of a straight sword, so maybe if you want to power stance straight swords, there you go. Might want to look into picking up one of these bad boys. Oh, what we have here is a summon sign in the middle of nowhere. She's got the invisible aura set, which we'll talk about later, and the homunculus DLC stuff, so no. I disapprove. Yeah, I'm going back to criticizing anybody. At this point, you really should not be using DLC items. I'm just going to come out and say it. And by this point, you have plenty of weapons to choose from, plenty of shields to choose from. Why are you still using the DLC items? They suck! There's one DLC item that I might use in this entire game, and by the point I use it, you can actually buy it from a merchant, so, yeah. The DLC weapons are not that much of a thing. Either way, in here, we have something. I'm not actually sure what. Oh, God! It looks like oil, so I'm gonna try it. I'm not sure what this is, so I'm gonna try and light it, and indeed, it is oil. Again, I have a fire elemental sword, so, booyah. I can just sort of set that stuff ablazing whenever I damn well please. Either way, we're actually going to go down now. Now that we've cleared out the top, you may recall that there's the area to the right here, so we're going to try and do some stuff here. Most importantly, going to use some of my spells, which I've not been using that much, to try and snipe out some of these fools. And indeed, we are, I got that guy nice and easy, and the dog, I basically just hit him twice on his paw, and things worked out well for me, I'd like to think. Anyways, let's head on into this inn over here. There's some jerk trying to snipe us from above. Over there, you might notice I quickly glanced over it because, you know, I was so hyped to go take a visit at the inn. I'll talk about that later, because I talk about it later in the commentary as well. But there's some sleeping dudes here, and if you break anything or fight any of them, they all wake up, which is fortunate because it gives you a nice chance to backstab one of them, immediately kill the other, and then this guy will not be a problem at all. Indeed, we just mopped the floor with them. So booyah to that! In here in this treasure chest, we will find some loot. We get the Brigand set and a Bandit axe. The Brigand set is the set that the Bandit starts with in Dark Souls 1, so it looks horrible and it's pretty meh. But the Bandit axe is a decent weapon. It's got 50 durability, so it's really on the fringe of usefulness, especially given its moveset. Its durability can be a little bit hemorrhaged. Either way, when Feroza fell to war, its citizens were left landless. Okay, never mind. Screw you too, self! I didn't want to read the lore anyway. Oh, there we go. entirely to their own devices. Many were reduced to thievery, while Ferocian knights scattered to other lands to sell swords. So basically, Feroza is the fallen kingdom that all the badasses come from, and that bandit axe is from them. It's a pretty decent weapon. You do have some decent weapons. Just bear in mind it's an axe, so this guy did not try and plunging attack me for some reason. Odd. Normally tries to plunging attack you, but anyways, that axe, you don't want to hit them at point blank. You want to try and gauge your distance with that axe, because again, there is the direct hit system in this game. Either way, this is this guy, and he's pulling out a sword. He was the jerk who was trying to snipe us before, but now he's dead. So that's always nice. There's another guy who's gonna try and snipe us, but he's dead as well. This friggin' fire longsword, man, so good if you're a caster, so good. Of course, by this point, no, never mind, I forgot. If you're playing a faith character, the Haid Knight sword is probably a little bit better, but anyways. Over here we have another shade summon sign, but I don't care about that. What I do care about is popping a life gem. We're gonna light the torch when we come up here. Again, over there you can see where that message is. There is a Ferrous Lockstone in the ground. That you also walk over there to get the item earlier. But if you use the Ferrous Lockstone, this entire area up here will be lit up. And do bear in mind, these spider monkeys do not like the light, so they will be in constant retreat, and they will fall into that building that you can probably see in the background there, which is both good and terrible. It's good because if you aren't looking to investigate that building, well, you don't have to fight these guys, and you know they'll all be panicking, so it can make dealing with them a bit easier. But it's bad because all three of them are gonna be in here, and if all three of them end up berserking, which is what they do if they stay in the light for too long, then you're gonna have a real bad time. Because yeah, if they're in the light for too long, they'll go berserk, and they will not care about your damn light. They will fight you no matter what. Over here you get your Mint Force, so I hope you didn't buy it from Targray over there. Cause that would suck. You can get it for free over here, but alternatively, maybe it wouldn't suck. You can get twice the castings now, so that's kind of cool. Either way, Mint Force, of course, as I understand, it's a pretty hard spell to dodge in PvP, but I haven't had too hard of a time dodging it. That being said, I've only PvP'd against one guy with it, so who knows. Regardless, there's spider monkeys in here, and they're all immediately berserking. I'm not sure why. Oh yeah, this guy's berserked. So yeah, you can see the bleed build up on these assholes. I'm actually gonna run now. Drinking Estus because he actually cannot fit through the door. However, also putting away the torch because, well, they're berserking. It's not helpful. Yeah, if you don't have the torch, then that's what they're gonna do to the door when you first try and open it. I don't know how that hit didn't hit me. His arm went right through me, but whatever. Also, they've got more poison, I would like to admit. But anyways, here's this one up here, and if you want instant replay, there you go. I guess maybe his arm isn't going right through me, it's sort of cradling itself on my arm. He didn't want to be a jerk, he wanted to be a friend. Oh well. Either way, in here we have beware of chest or death. I can only assume this was meant to be interpreted as of death, which is incredibly clever, and I should have read that message up. I'm a terrible person, but either way, we're going to open up this lockbox first, and we get the Great Sword, which many of you may remember from Dark Souls 1, and it returns here in Dark Souls 2, easy as pie to get. 200 damage, ultra great sword with only slash damage. It is not a sword, it is a slab of metal on a handle. And yeah, it is, it's a sword. It's not a sword I'm going to be using, probably ever. But anyways, needless to say, you hit someone with that, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt, 200 damage. Regardless, we're gonna open up this chest of death, as that man so willingly said, and it's poison, so we gotta run. There we go. Of course, it can be either poison or an arrow trap. If it's an arrow trap, you just kind of want to roll to the side like that. Or you can block it with your shield. At this point, you should have enough stamina to block all 3 arrows. Although the last one will guard break you. That won't be a problem. And over here, what am I doing? What am I? Oh, right, silver talismans. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, I can see it. It's right there at the right side. It's right there. Transform to blend into the environment. Use this talisman to hide from invaders. Only provides the most superficial camouflage, but sometimes that is enough to do the trick. As you're going to learn 3 episodes from now, that is not enough to do the trick. But anyways, I'll talk more about that in 2 episodes from now. Either way, that's what it does. It's pot magic in item form.
Gavlan. Gavlan will, Gavlan deal. Gavlan wants soul. Many, many soul.
Don't we all, friend?
What you want. With Gavlan, you will, you deal.
Sounds like a plan. Either way, this is Lonesome Gavlon. You can buy stuff from him, you can sell stuff to him, which is really nice. I'm just kind of demonstrating here by selling stuff I don't know. The amount of souls you get from it is paltry, but if you really, really want to clear out your inventory and be rewarded for it, there you go. Also, Demon's Great Hammer. I don't think I ever showed that off, but, you know, when I reset this character, I had to redo the Petrified Something quest with the bird people. So I did that, and instead of a Petrified Dragon Bone, I got the Demon's Great Hammer, which some of you may recall from Dark Souls 1. Either way, sometime around here, I'm going to decide that it's just not worth it for me to go through here. You can sell basically anything in your inventory, outside of keys and DLC gear. So there's that. You can buy a Ring of Giants from him, which will increase your poise. Although, fun fact about this, if you buy from him here, unless they patched it, you can buy it from him in the second spot you encounter him. You can buy from him there, and then you can buy a third one from the third spot you meet with him. So you can get 3 Rings of Giants. Bear in mind you cannot wear 2 of the same ring in this game, so it's a waste of money, but you can do it if you so desire. I don't know, it looks pretty cool, I guess. Either way, I kind of want to buy some poison moss from him here, because there's a poison area coming up, spoilers. And I'd rather be stocked up on it. Either way, there we go. Sketchlayer Gavlon. You're the coolest man, I'm not gonna lie. Either way, we're going to roam around a little bit longer in barrel form here, because I'm sure someone is rolling around laughing with this right now, and if I can make even one person laugh, then that's all it takes. Either way, there's this cave here, there's nothing in it. I don't know why, but there just isn't. Maybe there'll be something there when DLC comes out. By the way, the thing does not quite... Oh, we got the helmet, yes! Either way, we got that sweet helmet, which I think I'm going to go ahead and wear. It looks pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. There's nothing in that cave. I don't know why. Over here we have a Varangian Corsair, as I like to call them. I don't know. Corsair is always really cool. I don't know what it means, but it sounds cool. And for some reason, the name just comes to me with those guys. Either way, we have made it to the top of No Man's Wharf. Let's ring the bell, baby. And what does ringing this bell do? Well, it brings on some lights and brings this baby into port, which is very important. I have seen so many people miss this lever. While I was co-oping on Xbox 360 in this area, I think 3 or 4 out of my 7 summons completely ignored this lever. One of them walked up to the lever, stared at it for a good second, and then walked away and jumped down here to get the life gem and Homeward Bone. And I just, oh my god, we had 2 summons. It was me and him were just like endlessly gesturing at the freaking lever. Just, it was pretty entertaining, I'm not gonna lie. Either way, down here we have some more spider monkeys. I should really consider to keep calling them Dark Lurkers simply for old time's sake, but anyways. For comedy's sake, that's my Skype, not yours. I apologize. No, that's not even Skype, that's Steam. Anyways, over here we're just gonna, you know, use my spells. I am a sorcerer, so let's use the spells to good effect, you know. Good night, sir. They're dead, and let's see what we got from him. You might notice the other one gave us a long sword. These guys drop all kinds of stuff. I've seen them drop long swords, broadswords, obviously. I don't know what their drop pool is, but it is huge, that's for certain. Either way, you can also jump down beyond that building if you don't want to fight it. You'll just come back down here. And la-di-day. I actually got really excited about that longsword way back when, even though I really shouldn't have. Either way, in here, do not break those pots. Those pots are filled with all kinds of goodies, which we'll demonstrate over here on accident completely. No! I screwed it up. Thankfully, I also poisoned that guy, so, right here I'm thinking I should use the poison moss clumps, but I'm just like, no, I've got 21 life gems. I'll just use these to friggin' tank through it. Plenty of life gems, and I've got Melentia back at Majula to sell me an infinite amount of them, so may as well. Nice thing about life gems is their effect will stack, so there's that. And boom! That was almost optimal life gem usage there, almost. Either way, in here, we have an Estus Flask Shard. You do not want to miss that, because it's an Estus Flask Shard. Let's cast the spell, shatter these pots from a safe distance. And in here we get some throwing knives. Those would have been useful earlier, is what the melee characters are thinking. And flame butterflies, which you can use to immediately light your torch anywhere, which is very nice. If you want to 100% this game, you want to hold on to at least 3 of those at any point in time. namely by the end of the game, but trust me, you want to hold on to 3 of them. And I try and stab the lizard. That was a bad idea because it's a lizard. If you don't have a crush attack, Godspeed trying to kill them. But either way, we get a Titanite shard, 2 of them in fact, and a large Titanite shard. But in here, you get soul of a large nameless soldier, fading soul, and over. Nope, wait, never mind. Big thing is in the casket. It's an iron casket, which means it's important. In here, we find the Royal Soldier's Ring, basically the Havel's Ring in this game. You equip it, and it increases your equipment load. It increases maximum load right there. A ring bearing a soldier's seal increases the load that can be carried. These rings were granted to warriors who distinguished themselves in the service of King Vendrick. The king favored simple warriors who staked their every battle on strength alone. Not quite the case. If you may recall, the Dragon Riders were some of Vendrick's closest soldiers. And, well, we'll talk more about that when we get to our first boss, Soul Trader, cause, yeah, there's a little bit of inconsistent lore there. Either way, I'm thinking with that ring equipped, it's time to upgrade some gear here, so I'm looking through, I'm thinking we may as well equip the Knight Leggings, increase some defense, and they look pretty cool, so why not? Either way, sometime soon we should be equipping some new chest piece as well, because I will admit, while this does look cool, it looks a little too ragged for my taste, so hopefully sometime soon we'll be able to replace that. Regardless, we got some more Dark Lurkers down here. Kill them all! This is preemptive revenge for the future, in which I will inevitably die many, many times. Alright, these guys are cleared out. Again, if you light the torch via the Pharaoh's Lockstone, they'll be hanging out in that little building you saw over there. And we'll probably see in a little bit if I go back to it. I might not. Either way, we got some Varangian soldiers hiding out here. Scumbags. Ooh, he gave me something. Varangian armor. Meh. It looks alright, but again, it's a little ragtag. Not a big fan of that. Either way, you definitely want to kill these guys right here. I was debating on that second swing there. Because the last thing you want to do is fall off the ledge here. It's dangerous. Fire longsword +4 at risk. Because durability is a good game design thing. Yeah. Totally fits. Either way, we're going to use that repair pounder we found earlier and bring our longsword up to decent durability. We're almost done with this area and almost to the next bonfire, so that should be enough to get us through. But either way, since we're a sorcerer, if you have, I believe it's 7 int, as that message says, magic required. 7 int is required to speak with this NPC. I believe.
I sense power. Very well. From this day, you shall be my new pupil.
Well, that was easy.
I am Carillion. Carillion of the Fold. Surely you've heard the name. Now, do not be afraid. Let us explore the limits of sorcery.
Alright, so this is Carillion of the Fold. He is the low-level sorcerer of this game. He sells Spell Quartz Ring, which increases your magic defense. Might not be a bad idea. Depends if you're having trouble. You have a clear bluestone ring. Do not buy this. It shortens your spellcasting time by a negligible amount. When I used it, I didn't even notice anything. So don't waste your time. Also, sometime soon we will be able to get a clear bluestone ring +1. So there's that. Also, from him you can buy Simpleton Spice. Also, the clear bluestone ring +1. We can buy that one, or we can get that one for absolutely free. So again, don't buy the one from him. It's a waste of your money. He also sells numerous spells, including Soul Spear Barrage. It's not quite as impressive as you would think at first, which you should be able to surmise from the intelligence cost and the cost in general. Either way, magic weapon we definitely want. Even though we have a fire imbued weapon, I'll show you next episode. You can sort of cheatsy deal with the magic weapon spell. Either way, we're gonna get the heavy soul arrow, and there's also great heavy soul arrow, which I might want to get eventually, but not right now. I also kind of want to buy another great soul arrow, because as it currently stands, you know, normal soul arrows aren't really cutting it. So yeah, there's that.
The forces of magic and souls lie dormant in this land. It is a fitting place to hone my sorceries. I suspect that I may even conjure up new spells here. Sorcery is yet a mystery, even to me. Let us mature together, young pupil.
I don't see why not. Just teach me your spells.
To unleash the power of sorceries. But the power of each scroll is reliant on that of its owner. The untrained cannot wield a scroll to its proper potential.
I don't even think they can wield a scroll in general.
Forget, young pupil, There are no shortcuts to mastery.
Aside from rings that increase your intelligence and faith, and simpletons and skeptic spices. Alright, either way, all of his dialogue's gone now. And you can also reinforce your pyromancy flame. Spoilers game! We don't have that yet.
Young pupil.
Regardless, I'm gonna pop a soul because I really want that great soul arrow, because these normal soul arrows, well, they're a relic of a past age. We don't need them anymore. We're big boy sorcerers now. So we're gonna go ahead and purchase that bad boy. Got just enough souls to do it. Also bopping my mic with my hand. That was brilliant. Anyways, we are going to head on over and investigate that pirate ship we just summoned. And, well, basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna stage a mutiny. Can you do that if you're not part of the original crew? I'm not sure. Whatever. Either way, this is my ship now. The inhabitants just don't realize it yet. And they will fight me to the death for it. Keyword to the death. Backstab. There's one down. They're filtering in from the helm. Don't let them do it. That's not the helm. That's the captain's quarters. Go. Gotta get out of there before I get hit with that. That was just a bad swing. That was just the poise. Couldn't even handle it right there. For some odd reason, I one-hand R2'd there, which was questionable. I don't like the one-handed R2 on the longsword. It's the only move I don't like about this moveset. Either way, there we go. All the inhabitants on this ship are cleared. We're going to pop a life gem because we're not in immediate need of heals. And we're actually going to head back because there is one last thing to do back in No Man's Wharf. And it's a pretty important thing to do in terms of character stories, so... You may recall we spoke with Lucatiel of Mira earlier by the bonfire, and she was offering her sword, which she didn't have in her hand or her hilt. And, well, we're gonna call upon her sword. But first, secrets. Over here, again, there's some you have to break open with your sword, there's some you have to open with the Pharaoh's Lockstone, there's some you have to interact with. The invisible walls were not exactly handled well in this game, we'll say that much. Either way, in here, we get some large titanite shards. I forget what we got from that other one. I think it was like a soul or something. I don't remember. It's not important. You can go back in the video and investigate for yourself. We got our ringing Corsair. Oh! I missed that second swing, but that's okay, because I had that third swing follow-up. Hype! And right here is the summon sign that we saw earlier. And we can pull the lever. This is that same gate over by the inn. So this is a shortcut that will definitely shorten your trip through No Man's Wharf. And let's summon Lucatiel. Looking through here, I'm gonna replace the I won't bite with welcome, because I won't bite isn't too useful of an emote. But welcome! That's always a fun one to use, especially when you're in the belfry. Either way, Lucatiel's in here. She is, of course, the NPC, and she is, the thing about Lucatiel is, in order to complete her storyline, you have to summon her for 3 of the 4 bosses she can be summoned for, and she has to survive the boss fights. Previously, that was a huge problem, but ever since the PC version came out, simultaneously to the PC version, there was also a buff to the NPCs, and now her surviving a boss fight is not even part of the equation anymore. I mean, it is. She still has to survive to complete her storyline, but she will survive. Her HP was buffed enormously, so that's always nice. Regardless, who is our boss for this area, you may be asking? Well... let's traverse the fog as soon as Lucatiel's here. There you are. Let's traverse this mist and find out. Any day now. There you go. And we have the Flexile Sentry, who is not very hard of a boss at all. So, in terms of strategies for this guy, well, one, you can be a caster and just stand at the back. Lightning spells, lightning spears are hugely useful here, because, do note, we're in water. So, you'll hit the boss for the main spell damage, and you'll also hit the water around the boss for a secondary hit as well, for more damage. In addition to that, of course, you can use normal spells. However, it depends... if you're trying to roll, if you're rolling around this boss, you want to focus on keeping the mace side facing you, because his attacks are slow and painful, which means that they are perfect for rolling around, and there's that. However, if you're hiding behind a shield, whether it be a great shield or a normal shield, if you're hiding behind a shield, you want to stay on the scimitar side. His attacks from that side will drain very little endurance, or very little stamina, and, what's it called? And again, they leave them generally equally as open. And of course, the club side will make it very hard for you to properly stamina manage and hit him. So again, Which side you want to focus on changes depending on your playstyle. Regardless, it's time to stop casting spells and get dirty! Since he's in water, the fire sword might be dealing overall less damage, but that's okay because he's dead. We managed to stagger him there, which was ultimately his demise. Oh yeah, we did it! Got that 12,000 souls, one leg of Lucatiel's side quest is done. And let's pillage and conquer the rest of this boat. See what we found! Well, one thing's for do not interact with that thing over there. I forget what it's called. First of all, you want to open up this casket. This is your last chance to get this casket without having to go through No Man's Wharf again. And I mean all of No Man's Wharf. The shortcut will not help. In there we find the Pyromancy Flame and a Fireball. Pyromancy we will see use with this character, because again, fire bonus goes up with magic bonus. And while we may not get them for quite some time, there are definitely some very, very interesting spells you can get. So yes, indeed, we are going to be, what's it called? We're going to be getting Pyromancies is what I'm trying to say here. Just not right now, because they're worthless right now. And let's set sail and conquer! You can see the fortress way out there in the distance. In case you can't tell, that's our destination. But what is this place that we have entered into? Well, that's a oddly nicely timed loading screen there. I'm talking about the item there because that item is in this area, oddly enough. Welcome, we are now docked in port of some mysterious place. Do not fall off the side of this. If you fall off the side of this, you will appear back in the bonfire No Man's Wharf. You will have to recall the boat back to port in No Man's Wharf, and it just will not be fun for anyone. Thankfully, you will not have to re-kill the Flexile Sentry, but just don't fall off the side. Also, you cannot get back into the boat from here, so again, you want to get that Pyromancy Flame. Otherwise, that's going to be all for this time, so be sure to like the video if you liked it, subscribe for more, I went over my time limit, and I will see you guys next time.